Hi, my name is Jimmy T. Smith, and I'm a blogger at everydayconservative.blogspot.com. Today I'd like to talk about healthcare and healthcare reform, insurance reform, whatever kind of reform it is that they're trying to push through Congress right now. And the reason I say is whatever kind of reform it is because there's several different plans. Nobody really knows what's in it. The current plan that they have out there is 1,900 pages plus long. There's language in there that nobody can translate. It's very confusing. Let me make some suggestions to the politicians. We have a healthcare system that fundamentally works. We have several problems that we have to face. One is that there are people who have no insurance, and in that they probably have no money to pay for the healthcare. Two, healthcare is very, very expensive. So even if you have insurance, your insurance may not cover it all, and you may not be able to pay for the rest of it yourself. Last, you either have catastrophic or end-of-life health care that needs to be paid for. And a lot of times, people can't pay for that. So here's some suggestions. First of all, for those people who are living in the community, have very little money or no money at all, you have the health department. For regular health care, go see the health department. The health department is paid for by tax dollars within our own local community. This is keeping our dollars locally and using more of our dollars for the actual cause instead of spending dollars where it's not needed. We don't need the federal government to fix the system. We can fix it ourselves. If we keep more of our dollars in the local community and put more of our dollars in our local healthcare system that we already have established, we'll be able to help more individuals. Next, when people are having insurance and they have an issue with, say, cancer, their healthcare may not cover all of that. Okay? Well, how do we fix that? Healthcare is very expensive. Okay? Now, our current president and the Democratic-led Congress wants to start taxing my insurance, which makes my cost more. They want to tax the cost of the equipment, and they want to tax the cost of the items in support of medical care. How does that make it more affordable? All that does is make it more expensive. If they're really trying to cut cost and make it cheaper for us, wouldn't they cut taxes on those items instead of charge more? Last, for catastrophic care or for end-of-life care, this is where the majority of people run into problem. This is where they run into debt. This is where they lose their house. This is where they struggle the most in life. Well, let's start a fund. This can be run by the federal government, and all it is a loan. Simply have, say, 20, 30, 50 billion dollars set aside. Compared to the trillions of dollars that they want to spend, very much the cheaper option. And in this, say, $50 billion, make it available for anybody who has reached that certain point in their cost to where they're getting close to losing their house, that they can get a interest-free loan. Make this loan repayable on certain conditions, i.e. once the person is healthy, or they can make it payable when the individual is back to work and starting to recoup their money. Okay. For those who are elderly, or God forbid those who pass because of the healthcare didn't fix the issue, well then what you do is once they've passed, you turn everything over to hospice and let hospice have an estate sale and recoup what money you can. Now this fund could also be paid for by any kind of punitive monies gotten from lawsuits. An example, you have a lawsuit against a doctor, the doctor pays you $1 million and pays penalties of $50 million. That $50 million would go into that fund. All that money would turn around right back to helping the individual. Now something else we need to speak about. First of all, the government hasn't run any program other than the Panama Canal. That's the only program they run in which they made money. And what they do They had a business that was making money, i.e. the Panama Canal. They gave it away. Everything else loses money, or it costs the taxpayer more and more, or is overrun with fraud, waste, and abuse. Those are fine reasons and examples of why it shouldn't be the federal government that helps, but should be the local government that takes care of these problems. Now, our president and our Democrat-led Congress keeps talking about how they want to make health care affordable and quality for everyone. They're going to guarantee affordable and quality health care. Two things. First, on the affordability. If you're not paying for it, then of course it's affordable. And if I have to pay more for my healthcare insurance, if I have to pay more for the equipment, because now the doctor has to pay a higher price for, say, an MRI machine, that's going to cost me more. How is that affordable? It's only affordable for those who weren't going to pay for the medical care in the first place. It's not affordable for your average individual who pays for their own health care. Second, you can in no way, shape, or form guarantee quality medical care. No way. There's no guarantee that the doctor won't make a mistake or that you won't be misdiagnosed. But yet they'll stand up there in Congress, and the president will stand up there in front of the podium and beat the podium, steadily saying that we are going to give you quality care. We are going to guarantee you quality care. Can't be guaranteed. So don't be, confused by that. Don't let those people out there say, well, they're promising affordable quality care. It's only affordable to those who aren't paying for it, and it's only quality if the doctor doesn't make a mistake. Now, call your senators, call your representatives, call the president, call your friends, and talk to them about that. Let's make it clear. Healthcare reform starts in the community. Healthcare reform should stay in the community. Our tax dollars should stay in the community to support the healthcare reform. And stop listening to the lies about affordability and quality from the government. It's never going to happen. Well, my name's Jimmy T. Smith, and I blog at everydayconservative.blogspot.com. Thank you.